announcement that the Supreme Council of Armed Forces is supporting the decision for Field Marshal Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to run for presidency. Do you think at this stage, within these 48 hours where he's supposed to be taking his decision whether or not to run for presidency or not, do you think his popularity has been affected?
The military council did not say that they are supporting Field Marshal Sisi. They said that they respect the people, the opinion of the people, and he may take his decision, his final decision. They are respecting the demand of the people, but they didn't say it clearly that they are supporting. This is a very good really position, because we don't want a military intervention in the political arena.
But this is a hidden message of supporting the idea of
you can consider it like this, but it was drafted very wisely. The declaration was drafted very wisely and very carefully. So they didn't say it openly, but they support the demand of the people. The people see, or some of the people see in General Sisi as a public figure, as a popular figure, as a confidence, symbol of confidence. So we see a very symbolic support, but it's not clear. This is right, because in democracy you don't accept an intervention from some institution or some establishment in the government. This decision is the decision of the people in the elections, not any other institution.
But for the revolutionaries, do you think they would consider it as a civilian state with this transition, or is it a civilian state with the military background, like what was mentioned, is an acceptable thing for the people? How do you think revolutionaries will perceive this step?
Yes, we are not living in ideal situation. We are not living in a very normal situation. We are living almost in a war, inside, fighting terrorism and also other enemies outside. So this is not the best case to ideologize our hopes. So we need more democracy. We need more neutralism from other establishments and institutions. But in this case, of course, the armed forces played a very important role. Nobody can deny this. Yes, but we are in the first step of democracy. We lived 30 years of oppression, then 3 years of instability. So we are not in normal situation. So it's, I understand their fears. I understand very well their fears. But in this case, we cannot aspire for more than this. We need just the military institution to respect the decision of the people, not to intervene in the elections, to respect the decision of everyone, to give equal chances for all candidates, whether civilians or from military background. They should compete in very neutral and transparent environment.
Well, moving on to another very important event that was happening this week, which was the trial of the former President Morsi.
Yes.
Now, seeing him on the screens, walking back and forth and claiming, I'm still the president, I'm the legitimate president right now of Egypt, and telling the judge and asking him, who are you?
Yeah.
How do you view this scene? What were your insights about this?
Well, I see it like a theatrical attitude in this case. They keep insist that they have the legitimacy, they have the popularity in the street and inside Egypt. So this is not, of course, the case, we know, but we also, it's a pity for me that this organization and this person especially is not recognizing the decision of the people. Yes, the reality and the decision of the people. 30 million went to the streets in 30th June last year. So far they didn't accept, they didn't perceive this huge
They're
revolution.
like in a denial.
Yeah, they live in denial.
Period.
They live in denial without any doubt. he is the one especially that, of course, cannot believe, because they kept telling him that everything is okay, the situation is fine, you are a popular president, and we are the most popular organization on the street, we have the right and we have the legitimacy. So they believed themselves, they didn't leave the reality, and this is the result. Now they are, all of them almost in the street, whether in the manifestation and protest in the streets, or their leaders in the prisons. They don't accept, they don't. This is the most saddest truth about this situation. They don't see the people, they don't recognize the decision of the people.
Yes,
It's a very sad situation.
Yes, definitely. Finally, I'd like to ask you more about your insights for the future. What's upcoming? The upcoming president, in your opinion, the look of the new parliament in Egypt, and the upcoming phase for Egypt on the political scene. How do you see this today?
Well, I'm very optimistic with this very beautiful scenery out around us.
And the weather.
Yes, and the weather, the Nile, and everything. I'm very optimistic. Egypt has lived a more difficult situation than this. We have been defeated in wars, we have been invaded, and so on. Egypt is a very solid country with a very long history and very huge civilization. We have the principles of the civilization inside us, inside the people. So people are optimistic, people are confident. We just need to unify our efforts. We need more clarity in our political vision. We need maybe more changes, drastic changes in our politics, in our ordinary life. We need strong leaders, we need transparent leaders that they work for the benefit of the country, not for the benefit of themselves, their families, or their groups of lobbies and so on. So we need a very drastic change. People should change, and the leadership also should change. We need more transparency. People will not accept any corruption anymore. People will not accept any insufficiency in governing Egypt. We have a lot of hopes. Egypt deserves, of course, more than this, and much more than we have right now. So we need improvement in the economy, improvement in the governance, improvement in the leadership, transparency, good parliament, good constitution, as well as we had last week. So we are in the right path and right track, but we need more impetus from everybody, especially the leadership. The army, of course, should support the economic improvements, economic restructuring of the economy here in Egypt. We have a lot of opportunity, we have a lot of potentials. We have everything almost. We have tourism, we have minerals, we have geographic position, everything almost. But we need to be efficient. We need to vitalize our attitude in Egypt. Everybody.
Yes, we'll leave it here with this optimistic note. Definitely, we totally agree with you on the transparency side, the efficiency. There is room for improvement in every aspect in Egypt. I'd like at the end to thank you very much, Yehia Negm, former diplomat and political analyst. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Have you? Now let's move on now for a short break, and we're returning back for more.